How to change the oil in the V-Rod. The V-Rod has one sump for everything. That includes the engine, the transmission, your primary, and all that. It's not like the other Harleys. So on the V-Rod, we only have one drain plug. The drain plug is located on the left side of the bike. The oil filter is located in between the two down tubes. So, how do we change the oil in the bike? Well, the first thing that I have done is that I put my rear wheel up on a board. Anything just to get just a tad bit higher than what the front is. Okay, now I walked over to the left side of the bike, and this is where the dipstick is located at. So I want to remove the dipstick, so that way there, when you take the drain plug out, you'll get the flow of oil that comes out, so you can get all the oil out of the bike. So let's walk around to the other side and get up underneath so I can show you where the drain plug is at. So let's go ahead and just pull this out. Okay, I'm down here underneath the bike. Underneath the bike is right here is a bolt. Like I said, it's located on the left side of the bike where your down tube comes down to. That bolt is your drain plug. Now, where is the oil filter? Let's just come right back up over here, and you can see the oil filter is right there. It's in between the two down tubes at the bottom. So let's go ahead and get our bucket. Let me back out here. As you can see, I just use a regular old bucket. Come down here, put it down underneath, so when I take the drain plug out, that the oil will be flowing from the oil pan into my catch pan so I don't make a mess. Okay, I took my 17mm wrench and loosened that bolt up. Now I'm unscrewing the bolt with my hand. Okay, just about there. There it is. Oil right into my catch bucket. So now I'm just going to go ahead and let all of this drain out. And then while it's draining out, I'm going to go take my plug, I'm going to clean it off and take a close look at it to see if there's any metal shavings or anything on that. So I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I got a little bit of oil dripping out. Now, to get to the oil filter, you have to reach up in between here and loosen that oil filter up. If your hands aren't strong enough, then you can grab some kind of a wrench to unscrew the filter. But if you still can't get it because it's super tight, then what you can do is take this bolt and this bolt. This holds the bottom of the radiator into the down tube. So it's no big deal just to take those two bolts and loosen them up and just pull your radiator out just a little bit toward the front of the bike, and that will give you a little extra room to get your hand up in there, get the wrench in there, and twist that oil filter off, okay? So now I'm going to just take my 13mm wrench. I'm going to pull those two bolts out because I don't want to scratch up my knuckles or anything else like that, even though blood and oil mix pretty good. But I'm going to pull them bolts so I can give myself a little extra room to get that filter off. Okay, I got both bolts removed. So now all I'm going to do is just take and show you that you can take and pull this out away from the bike. If I can get the camera up in there. Yep, there you go. See, there's that oil filter. Now you can get your hand up in there, twist that puppy off, and put your new one on. So it's not going to hurt anything, just to loosen the bolts, take them out, give a little push here. Nothing's going to happen, or you're not going to hurt your bike. Okay, I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'll try it. I'm a righty, not a lefty. I got my right hand up in there and I busted it loose. I'm just going to twist it. Not going to let it fall because I don't want it splashing the oil and get all over me, so I'll just let some of the oil drain up out of there. And you just keep twisting and twisting. There it is. There. It's all easy it is to get the filter off. Okay, and there's my drain plug right there. I just took it and cleaned it all up and looked, and I did not have any metal shavings inside on that center magnet right there, so the plug looks good. So So now we're all set to let the oil finish draining out here just a little bit, and then I'll put the plug back in and we'll get the filter on and we'll put some oil in this thing. So be right back. Okay, she's now quit dripping oil, so I went ahead and just put the drain plug back in, and it's only hand tight at this point in time. So now my next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my filter. Here's my good one. I'm just going to dip my finger in the oil. I'm just going to rub a little bit of oil around the old washer here, just like you do when you do your cars. Alright, so now I'm going to get this screwed up in there and get it hand tight. Don't over tighten it or you'll play getting it out. And then we'll go down and then we'll torque that drain plug in. Be right back. Okay, I got the oil filter screwed in just hand tight. Got my torque wrench on the drain plug. It says 20 to 30 foot-pounds, 30 to 40 newton meters. So we'll just go ahead and... Okay, there we... Yes, it's tight. No more. Don't over tighten it. You'll strip it out and then you buy a new oil pan. So now we have it. So now we're going to go over to the other side and we'll put the oil in this thing. Well, I almost jumped the gun. I forgot two important screws, so let's get those things in first before you put the oil in. Let's just push this bracket back up against the frame there and get these two bolts and tighten them down according to the torque specs in the book. Okay, I got those bolts tightened down and they're torqued in. So now this is just a filter I got. Just comes through here. It's got a little kinker thing right here and just run down in. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my 5 quarts of oil in, and oil change is done.